What's up, sneaker fans? Thanks for tuning in to a More Than Hype review. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because we're going to be talking about these, but not just these. We're also going to be talking about adiClub, which is how I was able to get these for pretty much free. These cost me 21,000 points through the adiClub program, and I know that sounds like a lot, but up until these released last week, there wasn't really much you could do with the points, and they were pretty much useless. So in my opinion, it was a good deal and a pretty nice redemption. So you might be wondering, what exactly is adiClub? And that is a valid question because Adidas hasn't done the best job marketing this new thing. It's only been 1 or 2 years, I think, since they rebranded their membership program to adiClub. And other than the name change, everything else pretty much stayed the same. If you have a login on adidas.com, that means you also have an adiClub membership. Basically how you get points is you either buy stuff in store or online on adidas.com, and for every dollar you spend, you get 10 points. This redemption here was 21,000 points, meaning you would have had to spend $2,100 to get enough points to get these. When you look at it in those terms, this isn't really the best deal, so by no means am I saying you should go start buying a bunch of stuff so that you might be able to cop something like this for your points. But I know there's a lot of people out there that like Adidas that have these points in their account and they haven't been able to do anything with them. That is until now. So let's take a look at these NMD V3s, starting with the packaging. And these come in a pretty standard Adidas Originals box and plastic waist logo up top, and we actually have a QR code that shows that this does in fact have some recycled materials, which if you're into sustainability is going to be a plus for you. Here's a look at the label. Official name of these, just NMD V3. Far as sizing goes, I went true to size, and I would recommend you also go true to size. Now, from everything I was able to gather, it looks like this specific pair of NMD V3s was only available for redemption for Adidas Club or adiClub points. It wasn't a colorway that you could buy with money, which I think is very interesting that they manufactured these specifically for adiClub. Makes them feel a little bit more special in that way. But for any other NMD V3, retail price for these, and this was actually a surprise, $170 retail. And that puts them in a really rough spot. Well, for $170, that is Jordan retro territory, and to compete with those types of silhouettes is going to be difficult. But in Adidas' defense, I see why they did it. These are very often marked down, and if they started at a lower retail price, that would just be cutting into their own margins. Anyway, so there's the box. Inside, just regular paper. Now let's take a look at the shoes. So let's start this by looking at the upper. On this specific colorway, we have a completely mesh upper with some hyperfused pieces putting them together, giving it a one-piece upper type feel when it's really not. I'm surprised that the colorway here for a pair of shoes that's pretty much free is actually pretty nice. It's just black, white, and blue, which is just, a very wearable colorway. Up until this point, you really couldn't do much with your points. You could get like a shirt that said adiClub on it. You could get some vouchers for like 20-30% off, but it only worked on full-priced items. And like I said, it feels like they manufactured these specifically to give away to adiClub members. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's adiClub all over this shoe. Starting with the tongue here, we can see we have this tape going up the top that says adiClub on it. And we have a similar piece for our pull tab on the back. And then if you look on the inside of the shoe, the sock liner is also filled with this adiClub print. I'd say design-wise, the upper is much nicer and truer to what I would imagine an NMD looks like compared to the V2, which was just so off the mark. Almost too sporty and futuristic direction as far as the design went that it really turned off a lot of people. And it didn't help that they also weren't very comfortable. On the medial side here, no 3 stripes. Instead, we have this almost barcode kind of looking thing. NMD and then the number 3 there, and then something that looks like maybe a longitude-latitude coordinate. Not sure what this is. Let me know in the comments if you do know. Moving on to the midsole outsole, and I really like what they did here. We have a semi-translucent rubber that encases our blue accent piece for both our pods here on our midsole. In my opinion, this is a huge improvement compared to the V2. And then on the medial side, we just have this one piece here. Pretty standard traction pattern, looks almost identical to the V1 and the V2. But overall, I'm really excited to see what else Adidas allows us to use those adiClub points for. It'd be awesome if we could just straight up redeem those for a gift card or something like this. Probably unlikely because I can imagine that could be abused pretty quickly. But doing something like that would be a heck of a lot easier than making a whole entire shoe just to give away through their adiClub program. So pretty much, if you have a lot of adiClub points, then get ready to spend them, because there most likely is going to be more drops like this. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.